you're an architect looking to use Google Ads to generate leads for your business, you've come to the right place. And if you're an architect that's currently using Google Ads, but you're struggling to get results, you're also in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to take you through a winning Google Ads strategy that I use for my clients that offer architecture services to get really strong results. And yeah, let's go ahead and take you through it. But before then, I wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name is Michelle. I'm the founder of Level 28 Media. I help local businesses generate leads from Google Ads. If you are interested in any pay-per-click management services, go ahead and check out the description below and go ahead and contact me and we can have a conversation. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. I want to make sure that I am sharing everything I know about this generating leads for your architecture firm and just sharing the high level winning strategy in order to get really strong results. Just so you know, I've been working with architects for the past 3 years in Google Ads and have been running Google Ads for almost a decade in Fortune Global 500 companies and others, and also on the other end of the spectrum with small businesses. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So the first thing that you want to make sure that you have dialed in is understanding your audience when it comes to Google Ads. So there's going to be a couple different themes that you're going to want to go after. So if you're an architect offering residential services, commercial, want to make sure that you have those dialed in, but your audience is going to be different for each theme. So in this case, if you are offering residential architecture services, typically your ideal decision maker is going to be a homeowner, typically between the ages of 30 to 65, and they're interested in doing some type of home renovation or something to their home. So they're going to be seeking out your services. So that's going to be one. And if you want to go deeper, you certainly can, but this is just from a high level, just from my experience. You can go even deeper into like what their household income is. I have an architecture client up in the Bay Area who targets homeowners that are making a total household income of $300,000 plus a year annually. So it is, more of like a high-end type of architecture firm, but they're also going after more high-end clientele. So the second thing I want you to pay attention to, if you're also doing commercial, some architects may only focus on residential, some may only do commercial, some may do both. But when it comes to commercial, we want to focus on business owners and decision makers. Commercial can take a really long time. I'll talk about the customer journey in a little bit. But this is the type of audience that you would want to go after. So you probably would not want to target anyone under a certain age demographic. Typically, it's going to be someone, of age that's, more mature and so forth. That's going to be, a business owner looking for some serious architecture services. And then the next thing that I want you to think about is going to be your geography. So some architecture firms are only going to serve a local geography, but some might be open to traveling to other states depending on how big the projects are and how big the clients are. So you can have a more localized campaign, and then you can also have more DMA specific campaigns across different markets or states, just depending on what type of jobs you're looking for. And then when it comes to your audience, you need to understand that when it comes to the architecture industry, the customer journey, it can take a while because these decision makers are going to get multiple bids. You're going to be competing against others, and that's beyond what Google Ads can control. We can bring you the leads, but we cannot control how many people, how many bids they're going to be getting and how tough clients could potentially be. So that's just the other thing that I wanted to mention. The next thing is breaking up your campaign themes. So I want you to think about, when it comes to campaign themes, how you want to structure your entire account. These are the typical themes that I'll use when it comes to an architecture campaign. So we'll have a brand campaign. If you do have a very well-known brand, definitely take advantage of it. Even if you don't, I'd still recommend to go after your own brand name, just for brand protection, and so your competitors can't swoop in and try to steal your brand terms. And then next would be general. So general would be someone searching for like architect near me, and so forth. So they're looking just generally for an architect, but we don't know specifically if they're looking for residential, commercial, medical, so forth. So I want you to have a campaign for just general. Another one would be residential, commercial, of course. If you serve those areas, you need to have those campaigns. Also note that a lot of people might not be searching for residential or commercial. Those are more like industry terms. If you want more layman's terms, you want to do like home architect, house architect. Commercial would be like business architect. So you want to make sure that you're covering your bases on that front in terms of those themes. And yeah, also mention any other specialty. So if you do medical architecture, please add that as a theme, and any other specialty that you might cover. Another thing that you might want to consider, if you have the budget for it, would be competitor campaigns. So of course, competitor campaigns are going to be more expensive than any other campaign because you don't own that brand. So just be aware of that. But it's definitely something to potentially consider. And then another approach when it comes to putting together a winning architecture firm's structure is project-specific work. So let's say that you worked on a well-known project. So let's say it was like a WeWork co-working space in Los Angeles. Well, you can mention that you can go after the keyword WeWork architect or WeWork Los Angeles architect, because people might be searching for that, and you want to be front and center if you worked on those projects. Or you can even go after keywords of projects you would have liked to have. So whether it's some type of really nice fancy restaurant, like there's a really fancy restaurant out here in Los Angeles that serves Mexican food called Takaya. So you could have it say something like Takaya restaurant architect or something like that. So even if you didn't actually work on it, you can still advertise and go after those specific keywords, because if someone's looking for it, then it could be very well an opportunity to swoop in and take that traffic. The next thing that I want to talk about is your ad copy. So ad copy is going to be critical here. So making sure that your ad copy conveys trust, mentions the locations of service. So whether you're serving Los Angeles County, Orange County, Inland Empire, so forth, you want to mention where you service if you're going after more of those localized terms. Of course, it's super obvious, but mentioning unique value proposition, what sets you apart from your competitors. Are you more of a high-end architect, or are you more of like a budget-friendly architect? So here's some other things that you want to consider as you're piecing together the ad copy for your campaigns. And then on top of that, using image extensions. So image extensions are little images that appear right next to your ads in the ad copy. So making sure that you're using real images of projects that you have worked on, so that when someone's searching, they're going to see the project that you work on and it might attract them. It's going to help with your click-through rate. It's a no-brainer. You definitely need to have it. Next up, using negative keyword lists. Please, please, please use negative keywords. It's going to be so important for your campaign, especially, if you're launching a brand new campaign. You want to make sure that you're not going after keywords related, or you're not capturing searches related to jobs or resume or anything like that. So use the Google auto suggest tool and Google Keyword Planner to be proactive about putting together a negative keyword list, and check your search terms reports at least every week or every 2 weeks to add in negative keywords to make sure that your traffic is sculpted and it's high quality, and go ahead and build on that negative keyword list so that you are only targeting high quality traffic on your campaigns. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about before I move on to the biggest problem that I find with Google Ads campaigns for architects. So I want to talk about landing pages. One landing page per theme. So when I talked about up here, when we're talking about campaign themes, I want to see one landing page per theme. So if you're just starting out and you do, residential, commercial, then you want to have one specific landing page for each theme so that it looks like you specialize in those areas. So when a user clicks on it, they're going to see all your residential work, copy about residential, and so forth. So that's going to show that you are more of a specialist in that area, even though you might offer services for other areas. The next thing is showcasing a gallery of work and brands that you've worked with. So pictures are worth 1,000 words. Of course, you know that. But taking that, putting together some sort of gallery to show what you've actually done is going to be really beneficial for the traffic that's coming to your website, so that hopefully you can convert them into leads. The next thing is contact methods. So you want to make it very easy for people to contact you, whether you have a chat option on your website, or your landing page. You'll also a form option, as well as a way to call you, and that's going to help with generating more leads and ultimately help you with getting potentially more clients. And then on top of that, testimonials that build trust, and then also videos are super powerful these days. So whether they're video testimonials or whether they are videos of like walkthroughs of the projects that you've completed, that's very powerful. So please, if you have the resources to put that together, definitely should. Now, what I'll say is, moving on to the final thing that I wanted to touch on for this topic, or just in regards to Google Ads for architects. What's the biggest problem that I found when it comes to auditing Google Ads accounts for architects? I'll say that the biggest issue that I find is everyone's driving traffic to the main website, and everyone is so focused on showcasing and so focused on the aesthetic and design of the website that they're leaving out the importance of conversion rate optimization. Because sometimes when it comes to website design, we're focused too much on making it pretty and making it in terms of the aesthetic of the website, that we forget that user experience is also a huge factor that's going to play a role in getting more leads. So we need a fine balance between a landing page that looks nice and also a landing page that fits standard conversion rate optimization conventions and is designed to convert traffic into quality leads. So please keep that in mind as you are designing your website or landing page, and you're deciding whether you're going to be sending traffic to either one. I suggest sending traffic to a landing page, and then and you can do a test too to see which one performs better. But from my experience, using landing pages is typically the winner when it comes to converting traffic from a architect's campaign. So that's pretty much it when it comes to crafting a winning strategy for your architecture firm. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, if you're looking for pay-per-click management services or an audit of your account, feel free to reach out, and I'd be more than happy to take a look at your account and give you some suggestions. or I can also take over and manage it so that I could help you generate more leads for your business. So feel free to reach out, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.